Hi, this is Miss Mary, Storytime Programmer with the Faulkner County Library in Conway, Arkansas. And today we are going to read chapters 17 and 18 of Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library by Chris Grabenstein and published by Random House. And I apologize for not having this video available yesterday. I got a migraine yesterday and it was one that makes it very difficult for me to read, but I'm going to get us caught up today and post 2 videos. So 4 chapters in all. So let's get started with chapter 17. Let's see here. They were in the library. Their parents know about the game. The kids are figuring it out. And Mr. Lemoncello is talking on the video screens. "Excellent escape plan, Charles," said Mr. Lemoncello on the video screens. "Thank you, sir," said Chiltington, smoothing out his khaki pants. "And just so you know, I saw an ant crawling at the side of this seat. That's why I almost kicked it." "How very thoughtful of you, Charles." "Mr. Lemoncello," said Akimi. "Yes." "How come the sewer started smelling like a pine tree?" "Because I enjoy the odor of pine trees much more than the stench of horse poop. How about you?" "Definitely." "Now then, will everybody please join us upstairs in the Electronic Learning Center? I have a very important announcement to make." Cal heard feet clomping up the stairs, and soon Andrew, Bridget, Yasmin, Sean, Haley, Rose, and Kayla hurried into the room. "Are we all here?" said Mr. Lemoncello. "Everybody except Sierra Russell," said Kyle. "Ah, yes. I saw her downstairs reading When You Reach Me by Rebecca Stead. We'll reach her later. It's nearly noon, and I'm eager to move on to the next round of our competition." "What competition?" asked Yasmin Smith-Snyder. "The one we are about to begin." "Sir," said Sean Keegan, "I have stuff to do today." "That's fine, Sean. You are, of course, free to leave. If any of the rest of you do not wish to stay and play, kindly deposit your library cards in the discard pile." A tile in the floor popped open and an empty goldfish bowl atop an ornate column rose up about 3 feet. "Just drop it in the bowl there, Sean." "Attaboy. Follow the flashing red arrows in the floor to the nearest exit, where you will receive a lovely parting gift along with my everlasting admiration for your essay writing abilities." Bright red arrows danced across the floor and Sean followed them. "What happens if we decide to stay?" asked Akimi. "You will be given the chance to play a brand new exciting game." "Is there a prize for the winner?" demanded Haley Daly. "Oh, yes." Now, Miguel shot up his hand. "Mr. Lemoncello, what do we have to do to win?" "Simple. Find your way out of the library using only what's in the library." "Awesome!" "Lame," mumbled Kayla Corson. "I'm out of here." She plunged her library card into the fishbowl and followed the blinking arrows out the door. "Does anyone else want or need to leave?" "Sorry, sir. I have soccer at 2, said Rose Vermette. "See you guys later." She dropped her card into the discard bowl. The instant she did, bells rang, confetti fell from the ceiling, and every electronic console in the game room started ding, ding, dinging. "Congratulations, Rose," cried Mr. Lemoncello, who had put on a pointy party hat. "For sticking to your prior commitments, you will receive our special prior commitment sticker prize, a complete set of Lemoncello sticker picture games, and a laptop computer to play them on. Enjoy!" Charles Chiltington stepped a little closer to the security camera as Rose Vermette skipped out of the room. "Sir, might we assume that the prize for winning your brand new game will be even better than a laptop computer?" "Yes," said Mr. Lemoncello, taking off his party hat. "You may assume." "I'm in," said Chiltington. "Me too," said Kyle. "Me too," added Akimi, Miguel, Andrew, Bridget, Yasmin, and Haley. Sierra Russell wandered into the room. Her nose was buried so deep in her book, she didn't even notice Mr. Lemoncello's gigantic face on all the video screens. "Is something going on?" she said, mostly to her book pages. "You bet," boomed Mr. Lemoncello. Sierra's head snapped up. "Oh, hello, sir." "Greetings, Sierra. Sorry to interrupt your reading. Just have a quick question. Will you be staying or leaving?" "Well, sir, I'd like to stay, if that's okay." "Okay? It is wonderful." Another word I just made up. "Now then, to read you the rules of the game, because every game needs rules. Here is your friend and mine, Dr. Yanina Zinchenko." The video screen switched to a close-up of the librarian with the red hair and glasses. "Your exit from the library must be completed between noon today and tomorrow noon," said Dr. Zinchenko. Mr. Limoncello's head popped into a corner of her screen. He popped up and he said, "Tomorrow's my birthday, by the way. Mark your calendars." And then he ducked back out of frame. "Our security guards will continue holding your cell phones," said Dr. Zinchenko. "You may not use the library computers to contact anyone outside the building. You may, however, use them to conduct research. You may also request 3 different types of outside assistance. 1, ask an expert. 1, librarian consultation. And 1, extreme challenge. Please be advised. The extreme challenges are, as the name implies, extremely difficult. If you pass the challenge, your reward will be great. However, if you fail, you will be eliminated from the competition." Cal figured he'd avoid asking for one of those, unless he extremely needed to. "To use any of these lifelines," Dr. Zinchenko continued, "simply summon Mrs. Tobin." Chiltington raised his hand. "Yes, Charles." "Would you mind telling us what the prize will be for the winner?" The video screen switched to an image of Mr. Lemoncello, who had done some sort of a quick change. Now he was wearing sunglasses and had a silk ascot tucked into a shirt collar. He looked like a flashy Hollywood movie star from 1939. "Fame and glory, the winner will become my new spokesperson and will star in all of my holiday promotions." "We'll be famous," gushed Yasmin, fluffing up her hair and smiling at the security camera. Haley stepped in front of Yasmin. "I've done some modeling work for Sherman Shoes in Old Town." Yasmin stepped in front of Haley. "I was an extra in a hot dog commercial once." "Well, I'm a cheerleader. Yasmin isn't." While the 2 girls continued primping and posing for the camera, Dr. Zinchenko came back on screen to quickly rattle off some final words. "Your library cards are the key to everything you will need. The library staff is here to help you find whatever it is you are looking for. The way out is not the way you came in. You may not use any of the fire exits. If you do, an alarm will sound and you will be immediately eliminated from the game. For safety purposes, you will be under constant video surveillance and you will be recorded. In the unlikely event of an emergency, you will be evacuated from the building. Creating an incident that requires evacuation will not count as having discovered a way to exit the library. Any questions?" "Just one," said Andrew Peckelman, adjusting his goggle-sized glasses with his fingertip. "When exactly will the game begin?" Mr. Limoncello's face reappeared on the screens. "Good question, Andrew. Oh my, it's noon. How about, let's say, I don't know, now?" And that is the end of chapter 17. And we'll just go ahead and go straight into 18. The contestants raced down the stairs to the rotunda reading room. Kyle saw Haley Daly dash down another set of steps into the basement to what the floor plan called the stacks. Miguel and Andrew, the two library experts, grabbed separate tables and started working the touchscreen computers. Bridget Wadge did the same thing. Charles Chiltington strolled out the arched doorway and into the foyer with the fountain. Yasmin Smith Snyder was running around the circular room with her floor plan in front of her face, like someone frantically checking their text messages while racing down a crowded sidewalk. Sierra Russell found a comfy chair and sat down to finish her book. The girl definitely wasn't into the whole spirit of the game. "So, Kyle," said Akimi, "you want to form an alliance?" "What do you mean?" "It's what people do on reality shows like Survivor. We help each other until, everybody else is eliminated and we have to stab each other in the back." I don't remember hearing anything about eliminations." "Oh, right. But hey, there was nothing in the rules that said we couldn't share the top prize. I just want to win." "Cool. So, we're a team?" "Sure." "Great," said Akimi. "I nominate you to be our captain." All in favor raise their hands. Cal and Akimi both raised their hands. "It's unanimous," said Akimi. "Okay, let's go ask that antique librarian a question." "What?" "We both get to ask one question, right?" "Right." "Okay, here's mine. Hey, lady, how do we get out of here?" "And you think she'll tell you?" "No, not really. So what's your plan?" "Well, I was thinking." Suddenly, Yasmin shouted, "I win!" The rest of them stopped whatever they were doing. "It's just like last night when Kyle found dessert in the most obvious place. To get out of the library, all we have to do is use one of the fire exits. Duh." She headed toward a hallway between the Book Nook Cafe and Community Meeting Room A. Kyle stood up. Yasmin, I think maybe you missed some of what..." Charles Chiltington dashed into the room and shouted, "You're not going to win, Yasmin, not unless you beat me to that fire exit." He bolted toward the corridor. Yasmin bolted toward it too. "You guys," said Kyle. Kyle could see a red exit light glowing at the far end of the hallway Charles and Yasmin were sprinting down. Charles stumbled and fell. Yasmin kept running. Harder, faster. She slammed into the exit bar on the middle door. Alarm sounded, flashing red lights swirled. Somewhere, a tiger roared. Mr. Lemoncello's voice rang out of the overhead speakers. "Sorry, Yasmin, that's where your sidewalk ends. You broke the rules, you were out of the game. Your library card will be placed in the discard bowl and you will be going home." As the fire exit door slowly swung shut and Yasmin disappeared into the bright sunshine outside the library, Kyle checked out Charles Chiltington, who would have been sent home if he hadn't stumbled and had reached the exit first. The guy was smirking. That was when it hit Kyle. Chiltington had faked Yasmin out. He knew she couldn't win by going out a fire exit, but he ran down the hall to fool her into thinking she was doing the right thing. Oh yeah, Chiltington was definitely in it to win it, no matter who he had to trample. Whistling casually, Charles strolled back into the lobby. "What's Chiltington doing out in the entrance hall?" said Akimi. "They told us the way out isn't the way in." Before Kyle could answer, Andrew Peckelman started shouting at Miguel, who had wandered over to Peckelman's table. "Get away! You're trying to steal my idea." "No, man," said Miguel. "I just happened to see your screen and I don't think that particular periodical..." "You know what, Miguel? I don't really care what you think. This isn't school. This is the public library and you're not the boss in here. So just leave me alone." Miguel tossed up his hands. "No problem, bro. I was just trying to help." "Huh, you mean help me lose?" Andrew stormed up the closest spiral staircase to the second floor in the Dewey Decimal Rooms. Miguel, looking sort of sad, headed up a separate spiral staircase. Bridget Wadge trailed after them. Want to follow those guys like Bridget did? Whispered Akimi. I'll take Peckelman. You take Miguel. No thanks, said Kyle, looking up at the dome ceiling. I'm much more interested in the windows up there. 3 stories above the rotunda floor, just below the Wonder Dome, there was a series of 10 arched windows set between the recessed statue nooks. The windows acted like skylights at the base of the dome, allowing sunshine to flood into the room below. Do you think those windows open? Asked Akimi. Maybe, maybe not, but I've never let a closed or locked window stand between me and winning a game. Just ask my dad. What? Never mind, come on. Kyle trotted over to the cushy chair where Sierra Russell was peacefully reading her book. Excuse me, hate to interrupt. Sierra raised her head. She had a very dreamy look in her eyes. I need a book. Really? Said Sierra. What kind? Like the one you found up there. He gestured to the curving bookcases climbing up the back half of the rotunda. Fiction, said Sierra. Right, said Kyle. Love me some fiction. Well, what sort of story do you like? Something way up high, said Kyle, like the higher the better. Really? Yep. Well, that's an interesting way to put together a reading list, basing it on bookcase elevation. I'd like something on the top shelf, maybe right under the hologram statue of that guy hanging out with the cat in the hat. That's Dr. Seuss, said Sierra. He wrote The Cat in the Hat. Sweet, said Kyle, but I just like how close he is to that window. And that's the end of chapter 18. So the game is definitely afoot now, and some people have already left, and some people have been eliminated. So let's see here. 3 kids left, and then Yasmin was eliminated. So 12 minus 4 is 8. So there are 8 kids left. And Kyle and Akimi have teamed up because Kyle just really, really wants to win. He doesn't mind about sharing the prize. And Chiltington still seems to be up to no good. And let's see what else. There was something else I wanted to mention. I don't remember what it was. Oh, well, anyway, that's chapter 17 and 18, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Goodbye.